We try.
You can hear me fine in the background?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Oh, I gotta get you one of those. All right, thank you all for being here. My name is Muratsuchi, and I am proud to represent Lomita in the California Legislature. I want to thank, first of all, the City of Lomita for hosting us. We have Mayor Bill Uphoff, Councilmember Cindy Segawa, and Councilmember Barry Wade in the audience.
There he is.
I wanted to give any of the Lomita Mayor and council members an opportunity to say a few words, if you like.
Yeah, Al, we always appreciate it when you come to Lomita. It's always an honor, and we certainly appreciate you doing the town hall on Lomita Day, so thank you for that.
Thank you.
And then I'll have a tough question for you here.
Okay, yeah, and I'm here to answer any tough questions, any concerns that you have about what's happening in Lomita. As your state representative, I want to make sure that I have an opportunity to hear from all of you, especially your concerns in your neighborhood, in your community, so that I can try to answer your questions and to help. I also want to acknowledge that we have a city council candidate here, Wade Kyle. Good morning, Wade. And we also have our interns here from our local South Bay high schools. We have Janice, Natalie, and Henry. Thank you for being here. Henry's manning the table. I was going to say manning the table. Yeah, good morning. All right. Let's see. And appreciate all of you for being here. So let me, before I open up for a conversation, I've been having these town halls in 11 of the cities that I represent in the South Bay, from El Segundo down to San Pedro, and very glad that we're here at Lomita City Hall to address your concerns. I just wanted to touch upon some of the issues that I got a heads up from some of your mayor and council members about your issues that may be of interest. Number one, I want to focus on education because I've been championing education. I'd like to touch on what I've been working on in the field of public education. Number two, housing. I know that that's a big concern for a lot of folks in Lomita as well as throughout the South Bay. Number three, I was told that you may have concerns about maintenance on PCH, and so any concerns you may have, I'd love to hear them. And last but not least, I want to give an opportunity to hear about public safety and crime and how things are going in Lomita. So, first of all, on the education, I chair the education committee. I'm teaching U.S. government at El Camino College, and I've been a big champion for public education. And I see Pat Kronka here, that I've known from my Torrance school board days when Pat was. Did you devote your entire career to Torrance Unified?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, it's good to see you. How long have you lived in Lomita?
Since, let's see, I moved here in March of '78. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to move by the first for my accident, Hermosa.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't qualify for Prop 13.
Oh.
I was like 20-some days late.
Sure. But you still enjoy the protections of Prop 13 since then, All right, good to see you. So I've championed several initiatives to support our local public schools. Number one is protecting classroom funding. We faced a significant budget deficit this year with our state budget. but we were able to protect classroom funding because I know that that is so critical, for our high school students that are here, to make sure that we can keep good teachers, keep class sizes small, and then provide the support services. Can you hear me okay, Pat? Yeah. Okay. So that was one of my top priorities is to protect classroom funding to support our local public schools. Number two is to fix our schools. We know that according to the Public Policy Institute of California, 38% of our schools, pose health and safety concerns, whether it's asbestos or mold in schools. Over 40% of our schools are over 50 years old, many 100 years old in Lomita City. I know when I had an opportunity to visit San Pedro High School, their school is over 100 years old. So, it was,
We have at least two. Lomita, Usher and Lomita Magnet. They're both over 100.
Exactly right. Thank you. I've been to Lomita Magnet, but I didn't realize that it was over 100 years old. So thank you for bringing that up. So in order to not only make sure that our kids are in safe school facilities, but also to modernize our schools to meet 21st century educational needs. I worked on Assembly Bill 247, which is now on the November ballot. It's Proposition 2. Proposition 2 is a statewide school bond that will provide matching dollars to local schools so that local schools can have additional funds to fix their schools, especially to address these urgent health and safety concerns. I don't know, Cindy, have you heard of specific issues with the Lomita schools and how are the school facilities?
I just heard though that there's some issues at Narma
Okay.
with buildings sinking.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. I know,
Buildings are sinking at Narbonne High.
What's that about?
I don't know the details.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. I'll get to that. But yeah, our kids not only deserve safe school facilities, but also I think we all recognize that investing in our schools is an investment in our property values and our communities, and so please take a look at Proposition 2. Because this is an official event, I can't engage in electioneering, but I hope you will take a close look at Proposition 2. I also, another bill that I worked hard on was Assembly Bill 1825, which is a bill to fight book banning in our public libraries. I think most of us, whether you're a Democrat or Republican, believe that government should be deciding what books we can or cannot read, and so that's another bill that I championed that was signed into law to fight book banning in public libraries. Moving on to the issue of housing. So we know that we're facing an affordable housing crisis in particular, where I think that for those of us that have lived in the South Bay for many years, it's some of us may be lucky enough to have bought homes when it was more affordable. But now, what is the median home value in Lomita? It's probably around $1 million or more. 9 something. Okay. Yeah. So how do our kids? How can our children and grandchildren that grew up in our communities, how can they aspire to someday be able to afford to buy a home in the neighborhoods that they grew up in? So that's the balancing act that we're trying to do throughout the state. The state is pushing to build more housing overall. It's based on the basic notion that that supply and demand, you know, when housing is so expensive, we need to increase the supply of housing. You know, I'm a big believer not only that we need to build more housing, but that we also need to make sure that our local city councils, you know, continue to have local control to be able to responsibly plan for development. I know that that's been a big challenge, you know, with a lot of people frustrated with the government and the legislature, you know, passing laws that are taking away local control. I've been you know, opposing all of those bills, and I will continue to do so because I believe that we need to strike that balance. You know, how do we make sure that we're protecting the quality of life that we enjoy in our neighborhoods, while at the same time building more housing so that we can address and meet the need, especially for our children and our grandchildren to afford to buy a home in the communities that they grew up in.
Can I ask a question? So
Yeah.
is there any appetite at the state level? I mean, you look at, you know, how many investments